Scientific Station!
Welcome to Scientific Station.
It's good to be here.
How you doing, Skylar?
Doing pretty well. What are we going to talk about today, Brendan?
You ever wonder about what the weather was like before we were around?
When they didn't have weathermen?
When they didn't have weathermen. Yeah.
I don't understand how they could ever tell weather without weathermen.
Yeah. And how do we know about it now? Because we can't go back and watch their reports about what it was like or what it was going to be like. So
what'd they do?
they just kind of went with the flow.
I guess they didn't really have much of a choice.
No. As do we, really, either.
Yeah, we just kind of know that it's going to happen.
Sometimes.
And then just accept it.
But we can go back and look at things that can tell us what it was like back then. So when weather would be good, or warm, but then you would also have some ice that would be melting, like in the Arctic. There would be water flowing down, and then it would kick up nutrients. That's something that happens now. And there would be lots of plankton that would flourish in the oceans. And then things would probably eat the plankton. And a certain type of plankton called diatoms makes this kind of glass skeleton. It's a poor way of saying it, but they made that, which preserves really well in the fossil record. And we can go back and look to see when there were periods when there were lots of diatoms and when there were just not very many diatoms.
So the diatoms collected when the weather was nicer? There was more diatoms?
Yeah, when it was nicer, but there was still enough nutrient flow coming out of the Arctic. So there would have been some ice there. So it wouldn't have been tropical up north. Yeah. So we can go back and we can look to see what the climate variability was like between periods of glaciation when humans weren't around to be influencing the climate.
Oh, back when it was a simpler time.
It might not have been all that simple. Imagine how rough it would be.
Yes, the woolly mammoths seemed like they were kind of jerks. I would not want to mess with them.
Where would you get your coffee?
Starbucks was not around?
No. This was before Starbucks.
I didn't know there was such a time.
This was before McMuffins, too.
And McGriddles?
No McGriddles.
What?
Don't worry. That's not now.
Good. I was frozen. I was so angry about this news that I was frozen.
Maybe that is what happened to the icemen who we find in glaciers now. They realized, I don't have my McGriddle.
So they just stopped.
And waited and hoped that we would defrost them in a more...
So that they could have their coffee when they woke up.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, what should they do? Should they have any questions?
If you have any questions and you would like a cup of coffee, visit scientificstation.com. Thanks for watching.